Welcome to the D&D Gardening channel. Check out our library of edutainment videos. We have a wealth of knowledge that I'm sure you could use. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Here's your smiley host, Dee.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dee with D&D Gardening, and welcome to our channel. Today is Monday, October 20th, and it is 1:39 p.m. What we're going to be doing in today's video is we are going to can some Roselle jam and dehydrate them or dry them in this thing over here. And so I have it for tea whenever I want some Roselle tea or hibiscus tea. So come along with me. But before you get started on that, before we get into it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button and share the video with anyone that you think would want to know how to process Roselle making jam and tea. So come along with me. Okay, I think we are cooking with gas now. Yep. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to wash the Roselle. I've got this big bowl of Roselle here, and I have this bowl of Roselle here. I'm going to make this into tea and this into jam. So what I'm going to do, but I need to wash them both. So I'm going to pour all of the Roselle into the sink and get these all washed up. This is a lot of Roselle. Now I am going to roughly agitate these just to make sure there are no little buggies and things that don't belong here in here. Now I'm going to give them 2 rinses. And that was the first one. And here's the second one. Now I'm kind of tearing them up in the process, so I'm going to have to be a little more easy with this cleaning because I don't want to rip them up too badly. And next I'm going to put them, where's my colander? I'm going to put them in this colander so any extra water that I'm catching doing this, it will strain to the bottom of that bowl. Now this Roselle is going to be for my tea. right, so we've got our Roselle draining. Now I'm going to pour them into the pot. So let me grab you and reposition you. Oh, no. Seed pods. You may ask, why are you washing the seed pods? Because we're going to use them, that's why. The seed pods hold pectin, and we're going to use that pectin to thicken our Roselle. So I wanted to get those washed as well. Now, I need a big pot, and I think it's already being used for something. So I'm going to put them in this pot, but I am going to give them one more rinse. Now I have taken out some seed pods, these right here, that I am going to use. I'm going to let dry up and go to seed. Let the seeds mature, and then I'm going to harvest those seeds. So I'm going to put these into this pan. Uh-oh. I don't think this pot is big enough. It might be. Because you're supposed to put in enough water to cover, just enough to cover the seeds. And this is going to be a lot. Yeah, that practically filled up my pot. But for the amount of Roselle that I have, I'm going to need it. Okay, that's enough to cover it. They're just rising. So onto the stove this goes. Now I have the fire turned up high because I want to make sure that it starts boiling. Next, we're going to put this into our big pot. So let me reposition you. Okay, and I'll turn the light on so you can really see. But in this pot, I am going to put the rest of the Roselle. If I can get this colander out without all right. Okay. Excuse me. I have the seed. I was going to call them seed balls. Seed pods cooking, waiting for those to start boiling. And I am going to turn the Roselle on like a medium heat, just so they can start softening up. So while I am doing that, I'm doing double duty, but I'm going to have to constantly stir this to make sure that it doesn't burn at the bottom of the pan. So while we're doing this, we're going to move over to the dehydrator so we can get ready to put those other Roselle petals onto the dryer. I'm not sure what to call it. On the trays, rather. So, let me put you on the larger. I'm going to put the dehydrator on the island. Just so it is not in the way. I got so much stuff everywhere, y'all. Trying to make sure I have all my tools together. Oh, there's water on the bottom of the pan. That's why you hear that noise. Okay. So, with this dehydrator, for small things that aren't high, you would put it on this side. For larger things, you would put it on this side because it's a deeper shelf. So let me go get my bowl. And I am just going to start placing them on here. I probably should cut them. But I'm not. And you want to make sure that they're not stacked on top of each other. Get back over there. Roselle is such a beautiful plant, especially when all of that red from the seed pod, the calyces are just in full bloom. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to squeeze on here as many as I can get. I have more trays, but this is a lot of Roselle too. Put one right there. Let's move these. Okay, you will see me going back and forth a lot because I want to make sure that I don't burn my Roselle. Now, why is it not sitting on here the way it's supposed to? I'm not sure. Let's see if I can do that tray like that. And it still won't sit. Uh-oh. Y'all can tell I haven't used this that much, can't you? Maybe I'm not supposed to. I don't even know. Okay, so now I know. I've got, oh, I could have just moved them on here. Ooh, that one don't look good. And like I said, I am squeezing as many of them on here as I can, just so I can get them all dried. Now, will this fit on it? No. Now it does that way. Uh-oh. Turn that down a little. Because I don't want it sticking and I don't want it burnt. Yeah, my little feelings would be hurt if I burned it. Because I call myself trying to be multitasking. These would probably be better if they were broken in half because they wouldn't sit up so high, but we're not gonna do that. I might have to though. Nope. Okay, so I am going to turn on the dehydrator. If I remember how to use it. I gotta get the book, y'all. I've used that once. Okay, turn it on. I had to break the book out in order to see how to turn this thing on, or get it set rather. Okay, it's on. Hit start. No, that is not what you do. Not what you do. Uh-oh. Okay. I am going to make the jam in these pint, are we pints? Yes, these pint-sized jars. So I'm gonna put those in the canner so they can start heating up. And they are all clean, I just kept the box. And they're gonna jumble around in there. I don't know how many I'm gonna need. but I am going to fill it up with as many jars as I can get in here. I think I can get 2 more. I think. Yep, and they just swimming. Let me find a bigger something that I can use to pour more water in. And I'm surprised we have these plastic cups, because we usually don't keep plastic cups in the house. All right. Oh, plug it up. Okay, now back to this. Okay, it starts at 113 degrees, but I know it goes up to more. Oh, I have to hit the set button, I bet. So, power, start, set, set. That ain't right. Okay. Oh. Turn it on. Hit the set button. I want to go on and do it for 10 hours. There we go. Okay, it goes up to 158 degrees. That's what I want it on. And now, I want it to start drying. Yeah, see, I had to get the instructions. All right, let's see what you can see here. Trying to get you as close as possible, so you can see what I see. Okay, so I took the Roselle off of this burner because I had it going just a little too high, and the pectin is almost out of these seed pods. Now, I've heard people say that they use seed pods more than once because you can still get the pectin out of it, but we're just going to use them this once. So what you want to do is keep them cooking and boiling until the skin on the seed pod starts to become a little translucent, and that will let you know that all of the pectin has been, or as much of the pectin has been removed as possible. And your water should turn this lovely brown reddish color. And in some cases, you can almost see the pectin starting to get thick just by the way the water falls off of the spatula. But I want that to keep boiling. And then let's put these on low because I need to cook these down a little bit more. And I know I just covered that up. And y'all can't see over here, but that's unfortunately, I have to do it in order to have that start cooking. Let's see, what can I do? I want to add some water to the bottom of this. Something terrible. I am. That may not be what you're supposed to do, y'all, but I am. Only because I don't like it sticking to the bottom of the pan. And it's all going to cook down anyway. I mean, if you could see this, well, I'll put the camera over it so you can see. They've cooked down quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I'm glad I took them off because they were starting to burn a little on the bottom. But I'm constantly stirring it because I want to make sure that all of them get cooked. And let's see, I will take you off of the tripod so you can see what it looks like down in the pot. Oh, get my knuckle out the way. And that is the Roselle cooking. And here are the seed pods. And do you see how that water has turned that color? And it's starting to get thick. See how it's hanging on to the spatula? But I am going to stir. See, and they soaked up that little bit of water I put in here already. Okay, so got those going. And put you back on the tripod. Okay, food dehydrator is going. The canner is going because it is warming up the jars. And the Roselle is shrinking. Now, I don't know if I want the pulp in the jelly. I don't know. Or the jam, rather. I think I might do some with pulp and some without, maybe. I don't know. But I have this pot on low. I had it on high, medium high before, and it was just too much with nothing in the bottom to keep it from sticking. All right, y'all, spread out and get to cooking. Okay, you can get off. Okay, I don't want it to get too thick while it's over here boiling because it needs to go in here. So, let me get I had to get my colander so I can pour the pectin into the pot. Now this is gonna be tricky. Me trying to hold this and do this at the same time, y'all. I don't have one that I can just lay across there. I wish I did. Ooh, and that's heavy. All right, let me hold on. Ooh, Lord. That's hot. Ooh, and it's heavy. And I'm just gonna let it drip and drip and drip and drip. All right. I just set that on the pot. Now I'm going to stir this all in, and I'm going to cover it so it can come to a nice boil. Now that I got some juice in there, I'm going to turn it up just a little. It's on like medium low, if that makes sense. It's in between low and medium. So got that going. I can get these seed pods out of the way. And did you know, if you make a lot and you have pectin left over, did you know that you can actually store the pectin, the water that you get after you've boiled the seed pods? You can save that water and actually use it to can other fruits and vegetables, not vegetables, I'm sorry, fruit. You can use it in a grape jam, a strawberry jam, any of those types of jams or jellies. You can use that pectin from the seed pod of the hibiscus or the Roselle. I thought that was pretty cool. Natural pectin. You cannot beat it. Okay, now we're not supposed to stir it too often, but I just have this need to stir because I want to make sure it's not sticking. But I'm gonna let it do its thing. All right, do your thing. I'll put the lid back on you. And I got this big pot, and when I first started, this big pot was halfway full of Roselle. Now I've probably got 2 inches of Roselle. So let me see. Oh, yep, I done made a mess. Let me get another towel. All right, I have to have soapy water when I'm in the kitchen because I'm always wiping my hands. All right, don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. Okay, so I will bring you back once we get to the point where it's almost ready, and then I'll show you how you are supposed to measure how much sugar to actually put into your jam. So I'll be back soon. I wanted to show you guys this beautiful ruby red color that the hibiscus is. It's just absolutely stunning. Just stunning. And it is getting thick. See how it leaves the strings? It's taking a long time to drop. We're getting there. Sorry, I'm holding the camera. Yeah, we're getting there, and I'm just making sure that it's not sticking. But we're getting thick. Okay, we're at the point where we're going to measure how much pulp we have so we can determine how much sugar we need. And it's usually 1 cup of sugar per 1 cup of pulp. So make sure that you have a bowl that you can pour it into, and then you're going to have to pour it back out into the pot. So let me get my cup measurement. Okay, this is 1 cup. So I am going to remove this lid. Let me give this a nice little back and forth. Yeah, it's getting thick. So let me turn this off. So I'm going to scoop out, this is 1 cup. This is 2. This is 3. It's a little less than a cup, but with that added, that is 4. Let's tip it. 5. 6. 'A little more to make 7. Okay, that's 7. And this is probably not a full cup. I'm going to need this anyway. Almost, but not quite. So we're going to say 7.5. Now, if you don't want your jam that sweet, you don't have to do 1 cup per 1 cup of sugar per 1 cup of pulp. Ooh, my mouth is not working today. So now I need to pour this back in here and then measure out my sugar. So I said 7.5, didn't I? Let's put that right there. Oh, and the jars are done warming up. They're just waiting on me. So we're going to pour this back in here. Now, with all of the Roselle that I have harvested, I have noticed one thing. I have not been wearing gloves, and your hands will be this bright red when you get done, but it washes right off. So, no harm, no foul. So, 7.5 cups of sugar. This is a 2-cup measuring cup. Oh, let me get the bag first. That's almost empty. All right, that is 2. Whoops, hit the tripod. All right, this is 4. This is 6. And this is a cup. No, it's half cup. My cup is dirty. So here's my half. Now we're going to stir this in as soon as I find my spoon or a spatula. Now I'm getting it all smoothed in. And then next, we're going to let it cook for about 5 minutes. So let me turn this back on. And we're just wanting the sugar to dissolve. And the jars are ready. I just haven't taken them out yet. I want them to stay hot until I'm ready to pour this into them. But see, it's starting to get thick. So I'm going to let it cook for about 5 more minutes. And get the sugar off that I've wasted. Wasn't a lot, but getting it off. Oh, I didn't put the lid back on it. Okay, we're gonna let it go for about 5 more minutes and then we'll come right back. Okay, it is at a low boil. Let me grab you. Since I can't put you in the pot. And I'm just going to gently stir. Just to make sure that there's not a clump of sugar at the bottom. And it's starting to thicken. It's going to, of course, thicken more once I get it off by itself. Let me put you back on the tripod. Okay, so we're gonna let it cook for, keep boiling for another 5 minutes. Yeah, another 5 minutes, and then I will bring you back. All right, we are done. So let me reposition you over to where the canner is, and we can start filling up some jars. Let's see, I'll put you on. Now, I'm gonna move this a little more to the left. Woo, that's heavy. That's my vinegar so I can clean the lids. I am going to put this box here and my pot there. Alrighty. So now we are getting ready to empty the water out of the jars, and so we can start filling the jars with the jam. Take this lid off and set it to the side. I don't want it to go too far. I started taking these out, but decided against it because I want them to remain hot, because something hot is going in them. Now I got 7 jars in here, 7 pint jars. And you'll notice I'm pouring the water back into the canner because it's going to need it. It needs to be 1 inch above the rim. And it will be once I fill up these jars. And I have my lids in here as well. See if I can, ooh, hot, hot. Get my little scoop-de-doop. My little scooparoo. Now, let me see. Where you going? Don't fall in. Let me see what you can see. And if I need to turn you a little bit more this way. Okay, so now I'm going to fill my jars. I got my little funnel, and I'm gonna start at the back and work my way up. This is gonna be messy because I know me. And it's supposed to have 1 inch head space. And that was perfect. Yeah. That just got on the countertop. So it looks like 3 of these scoops fills a jar. Let's count and find out. 1, 2, 3, 3. Yep. And because this is still kind of liquidy, if you want to get air bubbles out, you can move the jars a bit and kind of tap it, and that'll make the bubbles, if there are any, rise to the top, and it won't affect your jam, or your seal rather. Okay, I had a little less there. Oh, I think I'm gonna need another jar. Yep, I think I am, but a small one. Well, maybe not, I don't know. All right, that was exactly 7 pints. I'm gonna squeeze the last of that in there. And here they are. Next, I'm going to wipe down the lid, and since this has a lot of sugar in it, it's going to be sticky, so I'm going to wipe the rim of each one because I know I made a mess. Get back over there. Oh, but I tell you what, these jars are hot. They are hot. Next, for my lids, where to put it? I'm throwing rings, y'all. All right. My lids were in the canner. Not while they were heating up, but after. Why did these flip that way? Ooh, hot. It's like I know I put 7 in here. And there we go. Finger tighten. Let's do these up front first. I don't like the way that lid look. Oops. Ouch. That's hot, y'all. All right, in they go. Now, I'm only going to can 6 of them. The other one, I'm just going to let dry, just sit out and cool down. And then I will, we will use that one today, or not today, but you know, when we have breakfast. So I've seen, and I don't know why she does this, but the lady's video that I watched that did this, when she filled up her jars, I think I know why she did that. She did it so it could seal. She turned her jars upside down. I'm going to put them in there. And I was thinking, did she do that to make the top smooth? Or was there another reason? But I remember her saying that she did it because it helps with the pressure to, with the sealing of the jar and the, you know, the little pop thing in the middle for it to go down. Y'all, it's hot in this kitchen. Okay, so now I am putting this on and we are ready to start. And they're going to can for 10 minutes. So once they're done, I will bring you right back. Okay, so now the timer has gone off on the canner and it says it is done. So I am going to slowly remove the lid with the lid facing away from me so I don't get hot steam in my face. And it's been off for about 20 minutes. I usually let them still sit for about, you know, another 5 or 10 minutes after it's done. That's just because I was watching TV and didn't want to get up. So I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Alrighty. And now I need to pull out. Do y'all remember when I first started canning? I used these like this. Because nobody told me that was the wrong way to use them. Oh my goodness, things we do when we don't know better. Okay, now here is the jam. It has water on the lid. Do not tilt them sideways trying to get the water off of it. All that's going to do is possibly mess up your seal. So you just let the water drain off by itself and it will. But I think I already heard it pop. So it's 2. I'm getting some poppage. Well, all of them popping. That one popped in my hand. Okay, I didn't position these well. All right, here are all 7 jars. Once they cool down, I will come back and show you guys what it actually looks like. My husband, as you can see, I haven't cleaned my pot yet. We tasted it. It's good. It's got this little tart but sweet taste. It's very good. Very, very good. Now, that is without the, us not having tasted the pulp. The pulp will come after we spread it on some toast. But here are all 7 jars. I'm trying to put a little space in between them so they don't touch and rub or anything. But let me take these out, and I can set them on these little, I'm not sure what they're called, but you can put hot stuff on them. And as you can see, I made a mess. But that was when I was trying to fill the jars. I'm gonna have to wash this in the sink. I just don't want it to be on I don't want to sit a hot jar on it. There we go. Get the water out of that box. And here it is, y'all. So I will come back and let you guys see once it cools, because I'm gonna, like I said, we're gonna open one and have it for breakfast tomorrow. But I'll open it and let you guys see the consistency of the jam once it cools down. Okay, the jam has been sitting here for a while. It's supposed to sit for 24 hours before you do anything with it. So I am going to leave these here, and in the next video that I do, I will show you guys the jam and the other calyces are still in the dehydrator. You guys can probably hear it humming away over there. It's got a few more hours to go. Why am I talking to you sideways? Hello. So the calyces in the food dehydrator they're almost done. It's got several more hours. Let me see how many hours it has left. Five and a half more hours. So that's definitely not going to be shown tonight, but I will let you guys see it in the next video. And the same thing with the jam. It's here. Don't do what I just did. Don't try to tilt it. Don't do that. You might mess up your seal. Even though it did pop and it's down, I still don't want to do anything that I don't need to be doing to it. So I'm going to leave these here. I'm going to unplug my canner. But I'm going to leave these jars here and let them continue sitting overnight. And then I will do another video, because I plan to do one tomorrow with me out in the garden, because I saw some beans that look like they are ready to be harvested. So we're going to go out, take a look, and see what's going on with that. And if I don't forget, I will show you the Roselle. Some people call it Roselle, some people call it Rosella. And the actual name for it is hibiscus. But I will show you the Roselle jam and the dehydrated petals or calyces in that video. So thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time or your fifth time watching one of our videos or visiting our channel, hit the subscribe button. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified the next time we upload a video. And always remember, grow your own, eat your own. So until I see you on the next one, take care. Bye. Chessie, you gonna remove Mommy's camera for her? Oh, you just want the tripod. Okay.